right, hello. You should be making your hand today. I'm going to show you basically how to finish the hand, how to create the hand. So follow these steps. The first thing in your procedures, you should be having this packet. Okay, you should be doing this in a partnership. So this is what you should have. All right. The first procedure is to make the palm of the robotic hand. Cut a piece of cardboard 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. Make sure that you do not do this in inches. It will make it very large. This should be the palm of the hand, so 10 by 10. It should be a nice square. Mine's not perfect, but hey. Okay, so once you do that, you cut your square out. Okay, make sure that you use leave cardboard for other people to be able to also use the same bit so that they can create a hand. We don't have a lot of cardboard, so I would like you to conserve it. Okay, the next part is number 2. To make the fingers, cut 3 pieces of cardboard 2 centimeters by 9 centimeters. This is how long they're gonna look and how wide they're gonna be. Okay, you need 3 of these, right? So 3 of them. The next part is you're going to cut one of the fingers into 3 sections. Okay, so 3 different sections, equal sections. I'm just doing mine by 3 centimeters. Okay, so I labeled it like that. And then I'm gonna write inside on the middle portion. If you have a white piece, you know that the inside's just the white piece. Okay, so now I'm going to cut it into 3 equal sections. All right, 3 equal sections. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually just tape these back together now. One super important thing about this is you wanna make sure that you're not taping over. Obviously, I'm not good with tape. You're not taping over the other side. So you might have to cut your tape to make sure that you end up only going on one side of the tape, or one side of your cardboard. So what I want you to do is make sure that this tape only stays on the inside side of your fingers. Okay. So this is what it should look like. No tape on this side, only on this side. Okay, after you do that, you want to cut a rubber band 5 centimeters. So you should have rubber bands. Please do not hit each other with the rubber bands. Okay, so 5 centimeters. All right, you're actually gonna do this a few times. So 5 centimeters. Okay, now what you're gonna do is you're gonna flip this over, put it on the bottom so that the inside is facing down, and you're gonna take your rubber band on the first joint. So it's gonna be this joint for me, doesn't matter which one you pick, the first joint, and you're gonna equally place the rubber band here. Okay, what you need to do is you need to make sure that you're using little pieces of tape so that it doesn't go over to the other side. So you're just gonna tape it down equally in between the joint. Okay, so you start, and it's gonna look like that. Now the next step is to fold, take the pieces of the rubber band that are folded, or that aren't folded yet, but you're going to fold them over. So that piece of the rubber band that's coming out on the sides, you wanna fold that over and tape it. So I'll show you what that looks like in a second. You're probably gonna end up having to cut a lot of your tape into smaller pieces. That way it works. Well, at least. Right, so that's what your first joint should look like, okay? You're gonna do the exact same thing for the rest of your joints. So you have one more joint for that finger on that portion. So I'm gonna tape that down in the exact same way. So equal, I wanna make sure that I don't get my tape on the other side. You wanna leave space to fold the tape, fold the rubber band over for reinforcement. Okay, you also don't want to get the tape on the joint because you want the joint to be able to move. Okay. So this is what your first finger should look like, okay? So you have 2 rubber bands and the joints like that. That allows it to move and to stretch. Okay, the next part is you are going to tape the finger onto the palm with inside facing upward. So I've already created one finger for us. Okay, what you're going to do now is you're going to tape it facing upward. So the part that doesn't show the rubber bands is going to be the upward part. Okay, so I'm just going to tape it, being sure not to get the tape on the other side. Okay, so it's going to look like this. Now, what you want to do is you want to create that last joint, right? So you want to make sure you put a rubber band here, doing the exact same thing. So 5 centimeters of a rubber band. Right, I've got my 5 centimeters. I'm going to tape it, making sure to be careful about getting tape on my other side. That's probably going to be the most important thing. All right. And then you also want to make sure that you fold the rubber bands over just for reinforcement. Okay, and you'll be able to look at my hand as well to see how it turned out and what it should look like. Right. So there we go. This is what the back should look like. Okay, I've got 2 fingers on here. This is the back of it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take string, and I'm going to end up cutting the string 35 centimeters long. So if you didn't know this, the roller doesn't go that long, but whatever. Okay, so 35 centimeters. Don't do inches. Okay, 35 centimeters long. Now, what you need to do is you want to tape the tape so where it's right here. Okay, so you want the tape to be coming over. I mean, not the tape, the string. You want the string to be coming over, but you're going to tape the string down in the back. Again, don't let the tape come over to the other side. So this is what it should look like. All right, now you're going to take the straws. You're going to cut the straw into 2 centimeters, but 4 sections. So 4 2-centimeter pieces. Okay. So this should actually be. Make sure to hold on to them or they will go flying. All right, so this is how large they should be. You should have 4 of these, okay, 4 of them. So now what you're gonna do is you're going to string them through your string, or thread them through your string. Right, perfect. So now this is what it should look like. Okay, but what you're gonna do now is you're gonna take one, you're gonna pull the string pretty tight, okay, and you're going to tape the straw right into the middle of the joint. You wanna make sure you don't use too much tape, but you're going to make sure that it's in the middle of that finger. And I grabbed too much tape. Exactly what I said not to do. Okay, make sure that you don't get your tape onto your string. You also want to make sure it's tight so that your straw doesn't move. Okay. So I will show you what that should look like, okay? So tape that straw down, get tight, make sure your tape doesn't go over. Okay, you don't want that to move. The string should still be able to move, but not the straw. So don't tape the straw down. You're gonna do that for all 4 of them, putting them in the middle of each joint. Okay. So all 4 of the straws should be in the middle for each joint. All right. We'll wait for the ball to finish. So this is what it should look like. You should do 3 fingers, okay? So all 3 of them. What ends up happening is you should be able to see the curling of the fingers. Okay, you're gonna create 3 of these. So what you did for 1, you're gonna do for all 3 of them. All right, and then you'll have a hand. This is representing the inside palm of your hand. So it closing, and you should be able to pull it like that. All right, good luck, and I hope this helped.